SuAnne, thank you so much for taking time this morning to meet with me and kind of just answer some questions. So SuAnne is a residential realtor for Keller Williams. And SuAnne, I'm kind of going to turn the time over to you and just have you explain who you are, what you do, and kind of how your company has responded to this whole coronavirus.
Well, I've done residential real estate sales for about 30 years. I've got my broker's license, so there is a distinction. It's just a higher level of education. But I'm not the managing broker of an office, which again is a distinction. The coronavirus has caused people to just pause everything. For the most part, I shouldn't say all people, but a good portion of our market.
Hang on, SuAnne, really quick. Hang on. I'm sorry. I think you keep cutting in and out, so I'm gonna exit completely out and enter back in. I just want to make sure that we can hear your audio really clear.
Oh,
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. One second.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me better?
Sorry, I can.
Oh, good.
You know what? It's not actually. Hang on, talk some more for me.
I can just keep telling you about what I do. Can you hear me any better?
Yes, so earlier, this is hilarious. So earlier I had hey, your internet connection is slow, and then it started cutting out, but now I can hear you. So just talk for a minute.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been selling real estate for about 30 years. And again, I've got my broker's license, and I've got, sort of a higher level of education. The real estate market, as it has responded to the COVID virus, a good portion of the buyers and sellers have put their plans on hold. They just have decided to wait and see what happens. Particularly in the people who need to sell a higher end home are definitely, for the most part, they're sitting back and watching. A lot of them have not chosen not to put their homes on the market right now. The lower end, not so much. I mean, that's still turning along, but there's still a low inventory. And the buyers, I think, are really waiting to see what happens. The buyers have been hoping for the prices to go down for a long time. So they're just watching, thinking maybe the prices will dip a little bit.
That totally makes a lot of sense. So what do you think are some tips as an expert in your field that you can give our audience?
Well, if I were a seller, our inventory is about half of what it should be. And I'm telling my clients, even my upper end clients, you should just list because there's no inventory. And when this turns around, I believe that the market will be sort of flooded. I think the inventory will go up quickly, which will give sellers a disadvantage. It'll level off later, but if it were me and I were selling, I would do it anyway and just take precautions. I've got masks and sanitizer and gloves and those things for showings. And for buyers, interest rates are so fabulous. I mean, if I were a buyer, I'd get really, really prepared and really start shopping and be prepared to pull the trigger on something that they found. I mean, interest rates are so good. Interest rates right now are, below 4, 3 3/4, something around there. So the interest rates are really fantastic. The challenge we have for buyers is that there's not a lot of homes on the market right now.
That is fabulous advice. I love that. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so one more question. Have you noticed any opportunities with the way you run your business with this pandemic that you think you will keep after this is all over?
No, I think that the pandemic will really change our behaviors. I don't love the complete isolation, but I'm loving working from home. I really am. I'm getting a ton done. I really love it. But in terms of business practices, not really. This is such a relationship business that you just have to always keep in touch with people. So right now we're just, reaching out, making sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I miss people for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, SuAnne, thank you so much for this information. I think this is really valuable, so I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. Good chatting with you.